Hello everyone, Lamar Bryant here, and today inside of Photopea, we'll be exploring the tool known as Content Aware Fill, along with figuring some of the errors that come along with using this option as well. Not to worry, you can apply these same techniques in various other programs such as Photoshop and similar others. So let's get started. So here we are inside of Photopea, and as you can see here, we have a nice little street with a lot of things going on, and with people walking across the street. Now, to effectively use the actual Content Aware tool, we're going to be using a few tools. One, to start off with our, so what we'll be doing here, we'll be using our lasso tool, which we can actually hover over here. You can either click on the little rope right here or press L on your keyboard as a hotkey shortcut. And what we're going to do here is we're going to actually turn this small group of 3 people into a selection. And all I'm going to do is just trace around the party. So, completing my selection. I'm going to hold down the Alt and scroll up with my mouse scroller, or I can press Control plus on my keyboard to zoom in on my picture to get more accurate results. Now, as you can see here, I want to make sure that I want to have a nice clean cut for both the top and bottom of my selection. So I'm going to go to my rectangle marquee tool, which I can either press M on my keyboard, or I can click on the actual second option from the top right below my move tool. And all I'm going to do here is hold down my Alt button, which is technically I am subtracting from my selection, thus reducing my selection down. So I'm going to go right here, just right above the actual white rectangle of the sidewalk, and do the same thing for the bottom of that same bar as well. That way I have a nice sharp line. Now, what we need to do here is go over to our Content Aware option, which you could easily find by going over to Edit, Fill, and with here, you click on the actual Fill option. You have an option that says foreground by default for some of you guys, but we're going to use the Content Aware tool as our main option. And we're going to keep everything the same for default, which is our blend option set to normal, and our opacity set to 100. So we're going to keep all those settings the same, and we're going to click OK. Now, as you can see here, we have removed all the 3 people from the picture, but we actually have a few little errors in here. We have some smudging going on with our image. So we need to correct this. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do Control D to deselect my picture. And all I'm going to do, still using the same tools that we used before, which is our rectangle marquee tool, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick selection of our walkway. So click and drag, make a rectangle, turn that into a selection. I'm going to press Control J to duplicate my selection. Now, in case you don't see it, I'm going to turn off my background layer so you can see it. You can see here that I actually have a duplicate copy of the actual striped walkway as from our image. So that way you can actually see it for yourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and turn back on my background, and then I'm going to go over here, go back to my move tool, and all I'm going to do is move this over to hover over covering. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the same process we did for we did up top here down to the bottom. So we're going to do the same process. I'm going to go ahead and highlight or get my rectangle marquee tool, turn my walkway into a selection, press Control J on my keyboard. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click on my background layer as my main reference, because I'm grabbing the reference from the actual background layer itself. So I'm going to do my Control J. This will actually make a duplicate copy of that selection. And I'm going to use my move tool to move this over, overlapping that area. As I zoom in, you can see here that there's a little bit small imperfections, but we can easily fix that by using our eraser tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, press E on my keyboard to go to my eraser tool. right click on my tool settings, and I'm going to set my hardness down to about 18%. What this allows me to do to soften up my brush so that way it smooths everything out. So I'm going to hit enter to accept that change, or click off. And then I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and then take my brush, just enlarge it by pressing the right bracket key. And I'm just going to smooth that out. Like so. And as I zoom out, and we want to apply the same technique, we will repeat the same process towards any other image on our screen, fixing a lot of these errors. So, what do you guys think? Would it be something you want to use somewhere down the road when you're using your editing project? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you do like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thus it will help out the channel. So until then, folks, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.